Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dodzo Makabalani and thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. I did mention in my introduction video that I, including my other interviews, will be sharing our own stories as to how varsity life has been like for us, and this is solely for the purpose of helping first year students transition better into high institutions of learning. So we'll be sharing our own experiences, the challenges that we met and whatnot, so that you guys as first years can be able to make better decisions than we did. I was an A student, but not a hardworking A student. I used to sit at the back of the class with the guys, and it was so much fun. We used to joke around, but we still passed. I remember in grade 10, I think I received 90% of the awards, and then grade 11, I only got the best medicine science student, and then grade 12, life happened. So I only got the first position. Was it the first? I don't know, first or second, because I remember first two positions. It was Katlaho Kwape. He used to be a friend of mine, just that now life after high school happened, so we were no longer like in close contact. So I don't remember whether he was position 1 or I was. But anyway, right after that, my marks decided to deteriorate. I don't know whether it was because I started dating or not, but I just didn't understand. I was like, I got this. But anyway, to cut the long story short, I didn't get the result that I wanted. But I think it saved me because I wanted to get into med school. So I said I wanted to be a doctor, and I can't even stay in hospitals. I'm scared of very sick people. It's trauma to me. So I think it saved me. So I was very mad. I remember being so mad at myself, being so mad at God. People in my Facebook sending me SMSs, oh, so how many distinctions did you get? I'm just like, oh my gosh, what distinctions? Just wait, give me a break. And I remember I had to deactivate my account then because the pressure was just too much. I was like, top paying jobs. I searched on Google, top paying jobs in South Africa. And then I checked, there was engineering, there was law. I was like, would I make a good lawyer? No, I think they lie, sorry. But I decided to enroll for chemical engineering. I was at Pretoria. So obviously I didn't choose a course that complemented my abilities because one, I passed maths, but it takes me a long time to get the content, I guess. I suck at physics. I don't know why I did that to myself. That was just self-torture. I was okay in chemistry as well as the other modules, but I do remember the engineering science part of the content. That was not for me. And I wouldn't say I'm not an A student, but I like to pass, in the sense that when I go and write, I need to make sure that I know I'm going to pass. And I was not motivated. Even in, I think the only classes where I was active was when we were doing chemistry, because I got the content, and a bit of maths because I wanted to understand. I feel like I'm wasting my time if I have to attend a lecture and then I'm not understanding the work. I think those were the only classes where I was active, and I literally got depressed over the fact that, number one, by then I didn't have a bursary, so every cent that was spent was coming from my parents. Imagine how expensive tuition fees are, imagine how expensive rent is, and all of that, clothes, the food and the whatnot. So that made me sad, knowing that my parents are spending so much money to take me to school, and I'm not even, like, my heart is not here. And I think I was depressed for a couple of months. Like, literally my life would be going to attend and then come back. Sometimes I would there was a nearby park. I don't even remember the area that I was staying in, but there was a beautiful park. I used to go there and just sit and sometimes cry. I used to meet strangers and they would feel sorry for me. Oh, no, we just gotta keep on pushing, and whatnot. So that was very sad for me. And there was one night that literally changed my entire life. I was sitting in my room. I never used to go to church in Pretoria, but it was the Sabbath afternoon, and I heard people from my church singing, and it was one of, like, our hymns from our hymnal book. So I knew that these are my people. And then I went outside and I was just so emotional. I remember crying, and I just asked them, like, to keep on singing because I just wanted to sing. And then they gave me the number saying I should come to church and whatnot, but I didn't. I went back to my room, and I remember pouring my heart to God to say, you know what, I know that I'm at the wrong place, but I don't know what the right place is for me. I know that what I'm studying is not for me, and I need to know what is it that I need to do. So I'm going to take a leap of faith, and believe that you're going to direct my path. And I even remember saying to God that, you know, I grew up in church hearing stories about how you were there for Bujobe, Budaniel and whatnot. Now it's my time. Their stories are inspiring, that's great, but now it's my time. Now it's my time to have my story with you. And from that moment, I think a week later, I decided to deregister from where I was, and then I packed my bags and I went home. And one of the things that I asked God for is that, please let my parents understand. And they were really understanding. I told them that, no, I'm just taking a break. I'm going to go back to, you know, I'm going back to Varsity next year. But then I still didn't know what is it that I'm going to study and whatnot. But I knew that I was waiting on God, and He came through. I didn't even know for a course named Environmental Science and Geography. Just that when I was busy doing my research, I was like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And I knew then that God was answering my prayers. I got accepted Muyovsi, and the next step was, let me find a bursary. I got a bursary, and I was super excited because, like, I literally had a list of what I wanted God to do for me, because the Bible says whatever that you desire from God, let your prayers be known to God. So after you know, being accepted at Varsity and knowing that I love, because I've always been good at geography, so I didn't know why I didn't consider going that route. So I was excited more than anything. I just felt like, so God is really, like, He listens to my prayers, me. So the grace of God just helped me filled. So I got accepted, and then I got a bursary. I think between the months of November and December, after getting a bursary, I was like, where am I going to stay on a state dress? Imagine December. Applications for residence usually close at 31st of September. So the me who is so filled with faith came to Bloemfontein. I met this amazing lady. Her name is Khaled, and she's the one who helped me to get placement, because I call this like I'm from Northwest, and I'm not going to leave Bloemfontein until I get placement interest, and then contacted me with the right people. And what's amazing with my story is that, because when I got to the residence where I used to stay, they had me to view this room, and I found out later in January the very same room that they showed me, like, to see how the place looks, is the very same room that was allocated for me. And I was just like so overwhelmed, because I remember I was with my brother and the sir, I forgot his name, who was like showing us the place. And I remember walking into that room and saying, God, I want to stay here, like, and it was still like new. And I remember saying, God, I want to stay here, and I think this is where I'm gonna stay. And you know, just for me, just to find out later that this is the room that I prayed for, and this is the very same room that was allocated for me, that was just like very overwhelming. But I was just grateful for God for that. And the ladies I told you guys that in my first year we used to have home sale like every day at 8 o'clock. They were so surprised that I got accepted that quickly, because even Udlo apply on the 31st of September, you're still going to be on the waiting list. So for me to go there, and then still in December I got accepted for a residence placement, that was just so amazing for me. One of the things that I prayed for was God to help me find good friends at Varsity, and I did that. How I met my best friend was, I don't know, you know, it was through, I think after 10 minutes of having a conversation with her, I told myself that this person is going to be my friend. So the issue of not knowing which friends to go for and whatnot, that was something that was easy for me, because you can literally have an idea of the kind of person, the kind of people, okay, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I think you get what I'm trying to say. Like, you can have an idea, like, just by having a conversation with a person, you can have an idea of the kind of person that they are. So for me, I was like, I like this lady, and she's very special, she's very kind. She literally, I have a pink Bible there. She got it for me on my 21st birthday. That was a present from her. and she's a very kind person. I remember in my first year that there were ladies who didn't have the fridge in our corridor, so she used to have them like have their stuff be put in her fridge throughout the year, and not once did she make them feel bad, not once did she treat them unkind. She's like very warm and very kind, and I'm glad I have her as my closest friend. The ladies who used to worship with during home cell are sort of my friends as well. We like sisters now. So yeah, I never really had a difficulty when it comes to friends, because I gave it to the Lord and He led my path when it comes to that. So I think when it comes to friends, just ask God to help you to bless you with the right people, because friendships do influence how like your well-being as a person. So you have to be very, very careful when it comes to that as a first year student. And when it comes to money issues, I feel like it's very important that you get to firstly know who you are, accept who you are. Not all of us can come from same backgrounds as far as finances are concerned. For instance, I don't come from a rich family. I cannot now demand or want to buy from expensive brands. Like I can't get like they get 6,000. Where am I going to get it? It's ridiculous. And I think, I don't know, man, just be resilient in who you are and accept who you are, and don't try to put your parents under so much pressure, because I don't know, man, our parents work so hard for us to be at high institutions of learning. So for you, just be grateful that you have got that opportunity, because not a lot of kids have that opportunity. So number one, be grateful when it comes to finances. When you're grateful, you will learn to work with what you have and make the most out of it. So don't be too demanding. Accept who you are. Don't put yourself under pressure. And learn this while you're still young, while still your first year, because once you raise the bar, it's going to be very, very hard to get out of that place, because you are here when it comes to that. So it's going to be so much hard for you to now go back to who you are actually. The truth is, a lot of black people in South Africa are poor. Like we're not, majority of people live beneath, like we're just poor. So it's not a taboo to say, hey, we poor, so I don't want people to see that in me. It's just accept who you are, and yeah, learn to work with what you have. What keeps me motivated, I think it's the word of God. It's looking at my testimony as to how God has seen me through so many challenges, how He has pushed me, and I think that's my main motivation. Like, my testimony is what keeps me motivated in life. I hope that the course that you chose is the one that complements your capabilities. For instance, I mean, I just told you guys about how I went from chemical engineering to finding myself. Don't choose a course that complements what you like, and you'll be able to do well in that, because I do believe that when it gets tough, patience is what will push you to keep on moving forward. So I do hope, now, first and foremost, you are enrolling for a course that you know you can be, like, it's something that you're going to enjoy doing, because when it gets tough, that patience is what will be pushing you through. And if you're a Christian, I mean, put God first in everything that you do. God says whatever that we desire, like with anything that you want from the Lord, submit it to Him in prayer. After all, you didn't create yourself, so God is the reason why you're here. So it makes sense that every now and then you communicate with Him and make sure that you make the right decisions. And I think it will really get better if you do that way. And I think it's nice. Varsity is nice when you are an active student. Yes, we're here to study, but try to tap into some of the skills that you might nurture, that you can exercise. For instance, if you stay at rest, there's always like the RC positions. Grab those opportunities, because they're going to help you in the long run, and you're improving yourself as an individual. If you're a good singer. Some of us are not supposed to even be singing, but we're just there because we love it. I'm just average when it comes to singing, to be honest, but I just love it. So man, if you're a good singer, maybe you're studying medicine or whatever, go join the choir. It really helps, because number one, it teaches you balance or to manage your time, because obviously you're gonna have to sacrifice your time when it comes to that. And number two, it just makes varsity to be much more fun. I have so much fun when I'm at the choir. I have so much fun. Debate used to be so much fun for me, and I think I'm going to enjoy like creating content. So yeah, like just be active, be versatile. Don't be, I don't know, man, be young, so be out there and fresh, and just yeah, be an active young person, and yeah, exercise your skills and your talents. I think I'm gonna end it here. Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in to my channel. I hope you find yourself. I hope you find who you are in Christ. I hope all the decisions that you get to make about with your life are aligned with God's purpose for your life. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you.